How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting it in? Body getting it funny. What's going on, people? What's going on, people? Is this a day of another day that we call Tuesday? Anybody been said what's going to be people? Hopefully everybody had a safe weekend. As I noticed through Labor Day weekend that a lot of things took place and a lot of fighting took place in Atlanta. I'm so glad I did not go out there. Anyway, that being said, what's good, people? I want to talk about something. You know, someone kept coming to me, well, not just one person, a few people kept coming to me asking me questions in reference to transgenders, and they was asking me, Raven, I would love to date a transgender woman, but every time I want to date one, they always escorts. They're selling their, you know, hoopala. It's not funny. Anyway, I'm going to give you, listen, I want you to work with me here because you're coming to a person who's very much on the jaded, bitter side. I always feel as though if you're not going to be fair, you should not give opinion about something. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to deal with you before the jaded, bitter side happens, you know. So I'm going to tell you the rules that you need to do if you want to deal with a transgender woman. As far as myself, every trans woman is different, so every rule doesn't go by every girl, so it's just my opinion when it comes to me. Anyway, the being said. Okay, now this is what I want you to keep in mind when you want to deal with a transgender woman. Now, when you walk into this is what I want you to think of. This is the thought that I want you to keep in your mind when you want to hit up a transgender woman. Okay, just imagine you walk inside of a room and there's a trans woman on the ground and she's been beaten and you watch her beating and she's blood on the ground inside of an apartment or a house or club, whatever the case may be. We'll just say club just for a spot. When you walk inside of a club and she's on the ground, she's bleeding. Now, she was brought there clearly by somebody, brought her there, that's why she's on the ground bleeding. And here it is, you, the person who's been looking for a transgender woman, wants to approach her to let her know you're not like the rest. Now remind you, she already been brought there under false pretenses because she believed that the guy who came before you said he was different. Okay, it goes, don't judge me by your past, I'm not like them other guys. So that's why she got on the floor bleeding. So now here it is, you're the person who really wants to be with a transgender woman and you don't know how to approach her. So keep that thought in mind when you actually hit up another transgender woman when you want to, go slower, when you want to talk to her and stuff. Approach her as if you're going to be the savior of her dream man that she thought she would have when she transitioned. So as you work with me through this step, I'm going to work with you. You approach her, you walk in the return. Remember, you're going to walk into this woman, she's down on the ground, she's bleeding, and she's hurt. You got to make yourself seem differently than everybody else who put her in that situation that's down on the ground bleeding. So here it is, you can reach over to her and say, hey, how you doing? My name is, I was going to say John. We'll just say, anyway, we'll just say you. Okay. So this way, you walk over there and you reach your hand and say, hey, how you doing? My name is you. And she'll look up at you because at this point in her mind, she's thinking, she's on this floor because she's been tricked. And here come you to say that you're different. Now, this is only the thought that I want you to keep in your mind when you want to deal with her. Okay? Just want to keep that thought there. So, okay, this is what I want you to do. This is my opinion. First, you have to show her that you can go in public with her. And when you do this, you know, the thing about it is that if you're the kind of guy who says, listen, I'm really not a puppy type of person, I want to, you know, meet at your place or something, that means you are a date. One thing about a transgender woman, we know dates when we hear them. You give yourself away by the things that you say and by the actions that you do. Second, if you send us, this is saying within one, if you send us a picture of your penis, or you want us to send you a picture of our body naked, or, you know, it's moving around in a picture naked, you are a date. You are a person that needs to be charged. You're up to something. You're up to no good. And the sad part about it, a lot of females go through this as well, but I'm going to stay on the transgenders right about now. So the thing about it is that you have to make yourself seem so much different. So this is what you do. First time meeting her, let her know, hey, I would love to take you out on a date. Please pick a location that you would like to go on, and I'll pay for it. Just let me know where to pick you up, or I can meet you at a certain spot, and we can meet up and, go on a date. Now, if she's okay with you meeting up with her, she probably go meet downstairs, or she'll meet you at a corner, or she'll meet you around a corner, or somewhere she feels safe that she's going to go to. Do not pressure her into meeting her at her own place, because the fact of the matter is that she may not want to have a situation, if it does not work out, that you are one of the crazies. Crazies mean that someone who's actually out here to stalk transgenders and to lead them into a destination just for murder. So she has to protect herself, so don't get offended if she decides that she'd rather lead you in some place, which is always the best. But okay, on this date, what you're going to meet her, which is number 2, have no problem meeting her in public, and once you meet in public, let her know you acknowledge her. Grab her hand, say, or ask her, can I hold your hand? I just want to shake your hand, just say how low you are. Just say hello, just a friendly meeting or a hug, whatever the case may be. But sometimes to me, I feel as though a friendly handshake is better than a hug, because a hug means you try to fill me up to say my oopala's is fake, or So sometimes do it a professional type of way, even though it's kind of just my opinion, listen. That's what we listen. If you feel like the kind of person who's going to fill her up, and the girl's like, oh, I'd rather get a hug, then that's what you do, you get your hug. But me personally, I'm talking about if you want to be the kind of guy to see different from the rest of the men that came into her life. So how you doing? And ask her to shake your hand, and she'll shake your hand and stuff like that. Now she's going to be a little question like, oh, you should shake my hand and stuff like that. Okay, so the reason why I shook your hand, because I want to be respectful to the woman that you are. And I want to let you know that I appreciate you for the woman that you are. And I want to let you know that I stand with you as the woman that you are. But you're saying, but don't say that. But just say, this is what I want you to say. When she says, well, why are you shaking my hand? Just say, because you're beautiful. And I really want to get to know you. That's your answer. Do not say, I respect you for the woman that you are, because you let her know that she's not a real woman, and no, she's going to start overthinking, because that's what we do. We overthink, because overthink you're up to something. Like I said, the woman on the ground is on the guard because she was there, because she was tricked. So now you're sitting in front of that woman, not that woman, but you know what I'm saying, but that type of woman who has her guard out. Even though she doesn't seem like her guard is out, trust me. So, have no problem on this date to bring her flowers. And the thing about it is that, this is the second thing you do. You bring her flowers. And that's some people say, well, that's corny, bring flowers. Well, to me, bring me flowers, because I like flowers. It's mushy, it's silly, but it makes you feel, it's romantic to me. Some girls may agree they like flowers, some girls may not, but that's just my personal opinion. I feel as though flowers are very beautiful and stuff like that, and, I just feel that. And I also like balloons. I know, call me a clown, but I think it's so romantic when the guy says, here's a balloon. You said, wow, balloons make me laugh, the balloons make me smile, and I just think it's something kind of like a different type of way. This is my opinion as far as approaching a transgender woman. Now, the third thing I think you need to do is let her know that she's beautiful. But when you let her know, say, wow, you're really beautiful. I'm so glad you gave me the chance to meet you. And she will say, well, thank you. But don't say, you're really beautiful. I would have never known you was a trans if you didn't tell me. That's a no-no. Do not say that, because now you're comparing her to other women, and that's going to make her feel uneasy. So these are the sort of things you need to think about before you decide to deal with her, because you're dealing with an emotional woman who's been through everything you could say before. She done heard it, trust me. So the thing about it is that what you say is, just let her know that, you're very beautiful, and I really would like to get the chance to know you, but don't seem pushy. Always say everything with a smile and very welcoming, because anything that seems too aggressive, she's going to wander off. Number 4, when you get to her and stuff like that, have no problem opening up the door for her. Open up the chair, the chair, say, can I pull a chair for you? Sweet, can I pull it? You just seem very, show her that you have no problem being seen with her. The whole key thing is to let her know you are not ashamed of her, and to let her feel comfortable that, wow, it's actually a man out here that appreciates me as the woman that I am and all I've gone through and has not judged me. Because she's waiting for that sign of you showing you that you're just like the rest. So, number 4, you know, if you don't want to open the door, if that's the way you are. Some of the girls, if y'all don't want the guys to open the door, then that's the way you are, then fine. I believe chivalry goes a lot of ways when the mess is. I believe that chivalry goes a long way, you know, when it comes down to relationships and stuff, as far as somebody want to open up the chair or the door, you know, pull the chair back or, you know, do the door and everything, as far as, you know, showing you that they are basically a partner, you know. Because to me, these are signs showing that someone is really willing to stay with you and stuff. You know, and, okay, when it's time to leave, number 6, do not go upstairs. Do not go and ask to go in an apartment. Don't ask for a late night cab. Don't ask for, you know, a chill thing or, you know, anything that's going to signal sex. And for the girls, if you could do this, do not allow him in your house. Allow him to come upstairs. You know, I understand you may be horny, but at the end of the day, if you had a couple of drinks, you know, you got to keep respectful. And this is really not to the girls, it's to the guys and stuff. Basically, you know, don't get her to look her all up so you get her emotions and everything down and hot and bothered, and all of a sudden, you know, you can take advantage of her. Because they will say you took advantage of them and stuff like that. And that's not the, that's not what you want to hear. You know, when it comes down to the girl, just my opinion, you know, if you feel as though you're both responsible adults, you feel as though y'all want to have sex, then go for it. But at the end of the day, don't be upset when all of a sudden she feels as though you're just like the rest, because y'all been fled. She flip it on you and make it feel like it was your fault, even though she said she would do it with you. So this is my opinion, what I think you should do. You know, when it comes time to leave, you know, you walk into the door and say, hey, I would love to come inside, but I don't want to go inside because I really want to see where this is going to go, and I want to see if this is going to work, you know, as far as being in a relationship with you, and I want to really see what's going to go through the conversation and stuff. You know, let her know that you're very much interested in her, and, you know, not her body, and not, you know, just a physical being, that you want to get to know her mentally and go through the different journeys of her life with her, to let her know that you're really different. You know, if you're the kind of guy who feels so you just want to get it on because you're trying to find an experiment and stuff like that, basically you're a date, she's going to spook right through it. Once you start doing certain signs, be prepared to get charged at the end of the day. Oops, wait a minute. Oops, I forgot I was supposed to help you. But I was helping you. Anyway, so this is what I suggest you do. You know, come down to the end of the day and stuff like that. What you do is just say, I had a great time with you. I would love to see you again. Walk into her door. Ask her for, can I give you a hug goodbye? Or, you know, is it okay if I give you a hug goodbye? Do not kiss her. Do not put your lips on her. Nothing. Just to give me a hug. And give her like a hug, but not a hug. Don't put her body to you. Don't start filling all of her ass and some of her tits, and don't do all the extra stuff. If she decides to kiss you, that's on you and her. That's your thing. But my thing is this: I would suggest before you hug her tonight, I would suggest you say, "Listen, I really want to see you again. I really don't want to do the kiss because I want you. Well, I want to do that on our 3rd date." Throw stuff out there to show that you're very much interested. She'll be like, the 3rd date? So yeah. So the 2nd day, once you get so well, say, you know, just make her laugh and do little silly things that you probably wouldn't do it anyway. But if do little silly things to let her to get her guard down and let her know that you're really different. You know, because the whole thing about it is that you have to understand. You're coming to a transgender woman who has been mentally battered. And in order to be a savior to a transgender woman, you got to do things you wouldn't normally do. And understand, God said, well, I ain't trying to be nobody's savior or nothing. Then evidently, your spot is in the escort line, because ain't nobody trying to deal with your story stuff either. You know, and it's so amazing, because I watched God say, well, you know, transgender is a mental illness. But so is so many men who sleep with other women and got a wife at home. That's a mental illness too. So my thing is just that don't share that type of thing when it comes down to us girls like us. My thing is for the guys who like us and can stand in their truth and can march and really look for someone like us. Stand in your truth, you know, and be real with what you say and stuff like that. Because like I said before, keep in mind that you're dealing with a woman who was on the floor at the party because she was tricked and she was beaten on. and she was mentally jumped by somebody she trusted. And you're now coming in to show her that you're different from the rest, so she never had to go back on that ground again, and she could realize that there actually is someone out here that could love her. That she's worth the love, and she's worth the fight. Because when you become trans and stuff, your whole thing is me and you against the world. But now when you become, that's your models that you started out with. But then when you become trans, it's like it's like her against you and society. Y'all both attacking her. So she doesn't feel safe with you. You know, and just my opinion as far as, you know, dating and stuff like that. And, you know, like I said before, I would love to hear you guys who like the transgender women, you know, how you feel about this and stuff. And, you know, if they'll give you a chance. And if a girl is really jaded and bitter like me, don't waste your time. Sorry. But if a girl is like me, and she's jaded, and she's not really ready, don't waste your time because she's just jaded. And I know, so like I said, we're raving. I know because a lot of guys like me, and it was like we're raving all like you. The reason why I'm raving though is because I'm not ready, because I don't want to go to jail for manslaughter. I just don't. And I don't trust you. And I know I don't want to make this video about me, but I'm just saying, because somebody said, what about you? I'm saying, I don't trust you because, like I said before, I'm like the woman that was on the ground that's been beaten. I took guys out on dates. I paid for the whole meal, and I watched them go take another girl out and their friends and paid all of their dinners for them. Well, I showed him that I was different by showing him that I could go out my pocket to buy stuff for him. His reward was to kick the other girl out, and he paid for not only her, but for her friends' food too as well, and drinks. Well, I paid out my pocket to show him I was different. So my whole thing with men is just not a positive thing, and I don't want to bring the girl on the floor and throw it on him, you know. And I just, you know, I mean, I love men, but I don't love men's behavior. And I know some people saying we're raving. A lot of girls talk to me and say, Raven, you need to have a boyfriend. Oh. The thought of me falling in love with a man and coming home and watching him online or talking to somebody else is just, you know, I'm just not there. And me per se, I don't feel as though I need to take somebody through I don't feel as though I need to take anybody through what I've been through. So that's why I'm trying to talk to you through the Raven before the jaded bitter bit side. Anyway, that being said, I would love to hear you about this. And I would love to hear you girls feel about this. What do these guys got to do to try to win you over? You know, of course, like I said, I can take myself out of this situation because I'm too jaded, and I'm just trying to deal with the guys as far as it could have worked. If you follow these rules that I gave you, it could actually work. Now, if the girl is jaded or bitter like me, don't even bother. And she's like, well, you got to pay me to come, don't even bother. And I know there's a lot of girls out there because, unfortunately, you good guys, and not stepping up to the plate, and the bad guys are coming after them full force, and you know, and I don't know. And a lot of girls have to understand, even though these men mess with us, these men are used to females, and a lot of these girls are used to dealing with guys who were gay first, and then they're dealing with the straight guys who would not back our minds. I'm not gonna lie, this is how I feel. We don't feel as though y'all really straight. We don't. We feel as though you just don't want to deal with your reality. Anyway, that being said, but that's neither here or there. That's our opinion or mine. I just say to me. Anyway, I'd love to hear about this. And there's some guys who see, this is the thing. If you love who you love, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. You love who you love. And if nobody don't like it, then